Right, check this out. We're going to the North Pacific. Carrie Merrill was going over Google Earth and she spotted this. And what are we looking at? It is quite strange. It looks like almost a figure eight, two spheres in the ocean, maybe a possible blackout by Google Earth imagery. What are they trying to hide? Or is there something else going on? An experiment. What would cause this kind of figure eight blast? Right, take a look at this. It's weird because everything else is shaded out besides what we're looking at. Let's get in a closer look and look at what we have here. We have some kind of a plant that's in the middle of one of the spheres here, and this is quite strange. Obviously, there's some drill plants out. Let's get some more information. What are we looking at? It is the Sweepa Beta platform, I guess developed and built by some kind of company from California. But what's weird is when you back out, look at this, lower bottom, we have some kind of other platform, and it is basically not classified here, no kind of description in Google. Is this something new here? Both of these have really large, tall towers. Are they communicating with one another in a way that is causing this atmospheric anomaly right here captured on Google Earth? Take a look. It's quite strange. Brent, what do you make of this?
Like what I'm seeing is a Google scrub or some sort of disruption being caused by these oil platforms. It could be a disguise of something hidden in plain sight, maybe possible experiments going down underneath the ocean right there. This is incredible evidence, and I think this is a first time yet to be discovered, and I'm glad Third Phase of Moon's breaking it right now.
Carrie, we got to thank you for having a good eye on Google Earth, because you just never know what you're gonna find. Let's go over some history here and see if we can pull some kind of history going on. And look at this. Once I want to find out a little history about this, Google goes wacky. Look, we're gonna pull back time. We're gonna take it back to 2013, and there is no sign of anything going on. There's the platforms. And then when we remove history, and then we're back to this. So what is this weird anomaly going on over this Sweepa Beta platform? Brent, any last words?
Blake, it almost looks like a depression that's happening right here. Is this sunken into the bottom Earth's crust, or is it actually swelling up? That's the question. Is this something that could explode or implode? What's going on here?
Big questions. Incredible evidence from Google Earth. Let's get to the next submission right here. We have to get to the public's submissions. Let's get to it right now. We're on the surface of Mars right now. We're going over the landscape, the surface here, and this has been making the rounds on the internet. We want to take a closer look. Let's get to it. What are we looking at right now? Some people are saying that this is possible alien remains of humans or something very similar to our origin. Let's pull it up. Let's get a closer look. Quite amazing when you see this side-by-side comparison with what has been discovered on planet Mars. Take a look. This is quite incredible. All right, let's take a closer look. Do a side-by-side comparison, overlay it, and there it is. That is pretty compelling. If you're saying this is the pareidolia effect, you might have another opinion after you just saw that. All right, Brent, so we're looking at this. We're sharing it to the world. And what do you think? Have we discovered a Homo sapien on the surface of Mars?
Blake, it'd be called something differently. This is definitely a Martian, maybe distant ancestors from Earth.
All right, check this out, Brent. If NASA wanted to share this to the world and say they found human remains, do you think they would? Because this looks like human remains.
Like, NASA's always going to give us 10% of the truth and 90% disinformation. This is something that went unobserved by NASA or intentionally not giving it to us, the public. This evidence of an alien Martian found on Mars, a graveyard. New evidence being explored, discovered every day.
That's right, Brent. People have their eyes on Google Mars, and it is a plethora of information, and they have it from NASA themselves, and that's what we're looking at right now. And okay, maybe it might not be human, but it definitely looks very close to our structure as a skeletal being, or a structure to our body type. This is pretty much undeniable that there are brothers up there, possibly.
Definitely, I think these are distant relatives to us, our cousins, living on the red planet that has now been extinct of life, unfortunately. We're thinking there's possibilities of life underneath the crust, and I'm sure there's a lot more to be discovered on Mars.
You know, maybe this isn't that old, Brett. Maybe it could be recent. The atmosphere, the temperatures are very harsh. They'll break down any kind of life form in a heartbeat. So maybe this isn't too old after all. And maybe what we're looking at is a possible victim of a jump room, left behind, walking away. You just never know. This is some of the conspiracy theories that we hear. So we're just putting it out there. In my opinion, it's definitely very compelling. That's why we're showing it to you right here at Third Phase Moon, that there is possible life that once existed on Mars. You're looking at it. Now, here we go. The source. One more photo for you guys to take a look at from the possible TR3B shoot down over Area 51. What are we looking at? Here's the incredible photograph that's just come in from the source, along with what we broke a few days ago, and the world did light up. People have seen these TR3Bs all around the world, and finally they get to see it for themselves, sharing it to the world, close up, in your face. Incredible technology before your eyes from the government? Or is it something else? Is it something extraterrestrial, some kind of extraterrestrial involvement? This photograph that just came in today, again from the source, is a very hard person to get in touch with. We're trying to get him in on our radio show. We want to get his insight, where he was, how did he capture these things, what's really going on. That's what we want to know. New updates coming in as Third Phase Moon is broadcasting 24/7. The information line is open on our Facebook. Keep submitting. We want to hear more from the source. Brent, what do you make of this new photograph?
Blake, the source does it again. This object, what we're looking at, the TR3B, is streamlined. This is new technology that hasn't been seen around the world, and now it's finally being leaked to everybody right now. I think the information is being shared as it should be. When technology comes in like this, hats off to the source. Let's get him public right now.
Absolutely. And what about the source of the centrifuge there? You see a slit between this triangular shaped object. There's some kind of beveled edges on the edge. What is the meaning or the reasoning behind this aerodynamic design? This is something that maybe DARPA might be on top of. DARPA is pretty heavy duty into this kind of stuff. So we could be looking at top secret DARPA projects, the Black Ops. They're out there, they're working on it, and they have a budget that's pretty much unlimited. They're not going to tell us about exactly what they're doing, and I don't blame them. Especially if there's some kind of an attack going on. It seems like there's some kind of both sides. Is this intervention? Again, that's what the big question is, and that's what we need to find out. Is there a war going on above our skies? Above Area 51? Why is this getting out now? Why has the source leaked this now? We need more evidence. I know Area 51 is a hot topic. And so is the TR3B. And so is reverse engineered technology. And so is the NASA cover-up, whether we're alone or not. Is it time for disclosure now, or is it time for disclosure? That's why the people are reacting the way they are to these photographs. This new photograph just in. Stay tuned for more updates from Third Phase Moon. Brent, any last words here? Because what we've just seen tonight and over the past week at Third Phase Moon has been quite startling, to say the least.
You know what, Blake? It takes a community, and right here at Third Phase Moon, everybody's getting the word out, sharing it. It's possible because everybody like you out there giving out information that's substantial. And this photo right here, the new evidence coming in from the source, is as substantial as it gets. Thanks, everybody. Keep watching.
Thank you, Brent, and thank you, everybody, for your submissions to us right here at Third Phase Moon. It is quite incredible. Our Facebook's open 24/7. Our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more updates as it comes in. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We're not alone. Thanks, Brent.
Their platform, and it is basically not classified here. No kind of description in Google. Is this something new here? Both of these have really large, tall towers. Are they communicating with one another in a way that is causing this atmospheric anomaly right here, captured on Google Earth? Take a look. It's quite strange. Possible blackout by Google Earth imagery. What are they trying to hide? Or is there something else going on? An experiment. What would cause this kind of figure eight blast? Right, take a look at this. It's weird because everything else is shaded out besides what we're looking at. Let's get in a closer look and look at what we have here. We have right, check this out. We're going to the North Pacific. Carrie Merrill was going over Google Earth and she spotted this. And what are we looking at? It is quite strange. It looks like almost a figure eight, two spheres in the ocean, maybe up some kind of a plant that's in the middle of one of the spheres here, and this is quite strange. Obviously, there's some drill plants out. Let's get some more information. What are we looking at? It is the Sweepa Beta platform, I guess developed and built by some kind of company from California. But what's weird is when you back out, look at this, lower bottom, we have some kind of other. Brent, what do you make of this?
Like what I'm seeing is a Google scrub or some sort of disruption being caused by these oil platforms. It could be a disguise of something hidden in plain sight, maybe possible experiments going down underneath the ocean right there. This is incredible evidence, and I think this is a first time yet to be discovered, and I'm glad